Okay, so on the Catholic left, I think that the Imperialist troops here probably just want to press forward, hopefully maybe get to the stream before the Swedes do, so they can have the advantage of defending that. More of a problem is what's happening over here with the cavalry. As you can see, the Swedes have sent that cavalry unit to the flank, and we've got quite a lot of cavalry here threatening that side. So I think they're going to need to reposition these cavalry to guard the flank here, perhaps, and possibly do something with these guys to protect against them. I think possibly they're going to try and move to the stream as well to defend them here. On this flank, it's perhaps a little bit more straightforward. These troops want to keep moving forward to get to grips with their opponents, and the same here. There might be a little bit of a problem here because they're going to have difficulty crossing the stream and also getting into contact with the opposing unit in the same turn. So I think they will try and cross the stream and see how that goes to see whether they'll press on. So we'll do the straightforward moves and come back to the more complicated ones to see what we think they might go like. So I'll do the standard moves now and come back to you in a minute. Okay, on the left, the infantry have moved forward without any problems and have reached the streamline, so they can now defend that. On this flank, I think it's more complicated. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these and place them here, possibly go across the stream. Yes, I think we will go across the stream and attempt to harass these guys, I think. These are light horse. And light horse are not very good in combat, but one of the advantages they've got is that they're pretty manoeuvrable, so they do not need to take an action test to wheel and do things like that. So they can just move. So they are going to just move like so to here. They do need to take an action test to get across the stream because, like anybody else, they can have difficulty crossing the stream. So they will take an action test for that. They roll a d6. They fail on a 1 or 2 for crossing the stream, so they roll, and they've rolled a 1. So they've failed. So sadly I forgot to move the commander first, so their commander is out of range to issue their second turn, so they'll have to stop there for now. That's probably okay. Meanwhile, I think we're going to wheel this cuirassier unit here to block this gap and if possible get to the stream. So they're going to have to wheel, and so are the arquebuses behind them. They're going to wheel to provide rear support. Because the cuirassiers and the arquebuses are quite deep and dense formations, they find it more difficult to maneuver. So on wheel tests and maneuver tests, cuirassiers fail on a 1, 2 or 3. So they're going to attempt to wheel into position here, but they fail on a 1, 2 or 3. They've passed, so they can move like so to there. Now the arquebuses here want to do the same, and they want to move and provide support, and they fail, and they've rolled a 2. They failed. They fail similarly to the cuirassiers. But the commander here has got his pip. He couldn't use it over here, if you remember, so he can use it here, so he can give them a second chance to move into support, and they've failed again. Okay, so that finishes the movement over here. On this flank, I move these units forward into position like so, but this unit here must take an action test because it's under artillery fire. So it rolls and it succeeds, and it can join the unit like so. Here we haven't done anything yet, so what we're going to do is we're going to cross the stream and then wheel to face these guys. So we do that individually because the crossing streams are done by individual units. So this unit here is going to cross the stream, which is an action test, which it fails on a 1 or 2 because it's crossing an action stream. So it's past that, okay, and now it's going to So it's now like so, and now it's going to wheel to face the opposing cavalry. So that is a manoeuvre test, and because these are crashes, they fail on a 1, 2 or 3. So they have failed. Our commander here is close, so he's going to give them a second chance to pass it, and they failed again. Okay, so because that has happened, I think this unit here is just going to cross the stream and line up alongside it and not attempt to get any further forward. So crossing the stream is failure on a 1 or 2. They roll a 2 and they fail. So the commander here has run out of action command points, so he can't do any further. But I will move. I'll move this unit forward. So this unit is going to try and go. It's going to cross the stream, but stay here in support distance of there. So that's going to be a crossing the stream test, which is failed on a 1 or 2. So it succeeded. So at least this unit has got some support. Okay, so that finishes the Catholic movement. Not a particularly successful one, a lot of failed action tests there, but they can now target something for the upcoming phase. Now I think that there's probably the artillery here needs to do something about these guys here. Clearly it's likely that the Swedes here will attempt to attack this isolated unit here, for example. So the artillery is going to target. Let's just check its angle. Yes, it's fine. Target that unit there and give that an action test. So time for the Swedish third term.